Hey everybody, SolarWarlock coming to you guys with part 5 of Spyro the Dragon, which is part of the Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy. So today we'll be doing Crystal Flight. Now I know that there's one more level before we do this one, but this is the only speedway that's kind of like out of its way. Now for the trophy and achievement here, I'm honestly not too sure what the achievement slash trophy is because I forget. I think it's, once again, flame the fairies. I think those are also called Nork pilots, by the way. The planes. I don't know if I mentioned that in the first Speedway, which would have been episode 2. Yeah, you have to flame those fairies again. This is another one of the fairy ones. And then I forgot to mention for the Sunny Flight level, you just had to do like a flip over a bridge, like I don't know what you call it. I forget what they call it, a loop-de-loo or something. And yeah, there's the second fairy. So yeah, I seen that coming. I don't know why I did that. That was my own stupidity and I apologize. That doesn't technically count as a death, though. We died what, 2 or 3 times in Alpine Ridge just because for some reason, even though we jumped at the top of our jump to get the most glide distance, for some reason it registered that we weren't high enough. See what I mean? Like, there's going to be certain points in this game, like in the next world, for example, where one of the levels that was notoriously difficult to make a jump, though you never could die. Like, it wasn't a spot where you could die, you just get frustrated because it's where, like, gems were. And, yeah, you can actually make it super easy now, which is kind of honestly cool. Now, I believe technically we're supposed to go for the planes next because there were 3. I think that's how this works. And then you go for the treasure chests. I believe that's what they're called, is treasure chests. Also, sometimes your flame breath does not register the enemies, which can make things a wee bit difficult. And that's something that this game kinda, fell flat on. I could go over like the top 10 things that like this game did bad in comparison to the originals, but I don't know if you guys would watch that. Also, I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to catch this thief before he makes it around. Oh no, we are. Thief? I mean Nork pilot. Jeepsis. But there we go. Easy. Less than a 2-minute level with a failure. Now if you guys do hear any between loading screens, it's my vape. I know it picks it up really loud, even though I'm actually far away from the mic, and it's very quiet, and no one hears it when I'm using it on a regular basis. So, actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Just going to have a drink of iced tea for my throat. I'm also going to be recording some more Donkey Kong and Pokemon stuff today, too. Because I work tomorrow, and then I have 2 days off. Forgot that every enemy comes back. So then I'll just do a bunch of recording probably Friday and then just relax Saturday. I did order a Switch controller though. That should be in tomorrow morning. I don't know why I'm checking over here. I'm acting like we still have stuff left to do in this level. But no. The last level before the boss level is Wizard Peak. We might actually be able to get some of the levels done in the next world. Or at least the next homeworld in general. This LP should be 10 or less episodes, in my honest opinion. You can actually also skip the credits in this game, which is something I don't think you could do in the original, because the credits for this game are obviously the same, like, for the entire game, like, the entire trilogy, because it's the same group that made it this time, where Spyro 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation 1 were made at different times. So the cast and then the like game directors and stuff could have all changed within that time frame. Now, give me my health for getting smacked as soon as I came out of a portal. I was not expecting that. Also, for some reason, Spyro kind of did some swerve. Might be because I'm kind of like at a weird angle, so my controller isn't picking up the like sensor for itself properly. I don't know, but controllers normally have pretty good range when it comes to that. Could also be a little low on battery. I tend to like leave my controller just sitting there all day when it's on, or have it on for some reason. Maybe not even like using the console, and it kind of just Also, I kind of got this wrong. They're not blue wizards, they're elder wizards. Blue wizards are the blue version of those guys. These are the wizards. Ow. These guys actually have really long range. Like, they are actually really difficult to beat sometimes. These guys are kind of easy. Okay. Did not see him out of the corner of my eye. Wait, are we just progressing with the level? I think we are. I think I made a wrong turn. Because this should be a supercharged ramp if... yeah. I didn't think there was a dragon in the first little bit of this level. Also, I always forget to do this. 500 gems, 3 dragons, and the final 2 eggs of the entire game are here. Remember I mentioned in the last episode that the rest of the eggs would be found in Magic Crafter's World if you managed to get all the eggs throughout the other levels. Like if you actually got 100% completion so far in the game. Also, when we started this episode, we were 44% done the game. So we're going to pass the halfway mark in this episode. Which is kind of cool. Now, we did see this guy over here. As a kid, this was the spot that actually was the hardest for me to find, even though, to this day, it's not the hardest spot in this level. Anyways, let's see what dragon we got. In time for a vape break, we got Jarvis. Right on, I'll do just that. Also, Jarvis, you know, are you who turns into the Vision in, you know, the Avengers? Oh, there's a chest there we could have broke. But we're going to go over here first. Now we got a bunch of goodies. Now, I can't remember if this is the spot with the thief or not. Because there is a thief behind one of these platforms, but he doesn't move. No, this is the gem one. It's the other one. Also, we can finally get full health. I'm actually excited to play the other Spyro games, though those games actually have levels that I absolutely despise. Not because they're hard levels, or they're bad levels. I don't know, I just don't care for the design. But I have that in like every game where there's stuff that I'm not really a fan of. Also, I love how it says to use the supercharge to bash these wizards like they're bowling pins. I think that's what they were getting at, because they're lined up kind of like how you see bowling pins. Also, I always forget these 2 gems. Oh yeah, I can grab this. I forgot I could do it from that angle. You gotta flame almost prematurely when walking up to these guys just so you don't take a hit. Now, we do need to get up there. And the only way to do that is to come back here. Also, there's still goodies here we have to collect anyway. So, not like coming back here is really that bad. Also, the map is kind of funny looking. I've never actually looked at the map of this game before. I just remember it being a thing, because in the first games, I don't think... I mean, not the first games, but the first Spyro game in, like, general just didn't have a map. Like, and then I don't think Spyro 3 did either. I know it was a feature in Spyro 2, and I'm pretty sure it was new, because the game literally brought up the fact that, you know, it's an option. Yeah, see, there's a thief back there. Also, in the original, you could just push triangle, or, well, actually, it would have been triangle, because it was only on PlayStation back then. You could press triangle to skip that, but for some reason or another, they removed that option. Also, he can hit you when you're down here, by the way. Even though his club hits that ledge, you will take damage, which is kind of stupid. But anyways, we have Hexus. I wonder if he's going to curse Hexus on everybody. Once again, one of the dragons they just added a slight extra little bit of text to. Just so it doesn't sound as generic, even though it's still pretty much the same thing. Also, are these the first armored druids of the level, and are they the only 2? Oh, frig a duck. And that is every egg in the game. Oh, it only tells you all eggs went... I flamed, bro. It only tells you all the eggs if you get all the eggs in the game. Also, one thing that I do miss about Spyro 2 is the little trumpet sound that plays when you get 100%. Also, watch this. I believe he does kill them. Yeah, he does. And you should be the last enemy and the last gem, right? Yes, sirree. Now we have this dragon, Lucas. I worked with a Lucas and also went to school with a couple.
Listen carefully, Spyro. There's a
Okay, one thing I do like about this level, it didn't snow in the original. It was a snowy base level because it's in the mountains, but this is just beautiful. Anyways, we got 100%, right? Oh, we're exactly at 50% now. Also, there was no skill point here. Blowhard, ride a druid platform for 10 seconds. It's the only boss in the entire game that skill point is not perfect. And I think why they did that is because, also, I believe there's going to be 5,500 gems when we leave here. The next level's going to have 400. Because the boss, you really never get hit. He's one of those weird bosses where his mechanic doesn't really do much. Also, is my computer not charging? Oh, hang on a second. There we go. I forgot to plug in my computer, so I'm like, why is it dying while recording? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not plugged in. Just me being dumb. Now I know they're going to try and electrocute me. No? Weird. Anyways, let's go to the boss, Blowhard. Yes, I know. This boss has probably the most ridiculous name in all of the games. Also, do you guys want to see a Jak and Daxter LP? I have all 4 games, not including the Last Frontier, Lost Frontier. I always forget what that one was. The PSP game that turned into a PS2 port. Kind of like how Size Matters does with Ratchet and Clank and stuff. I don't even think Dax made it to PS2. It might have, though. But I can play those. I gotta download them, but they're only like a gig, so they download really fast. Like, my internet now is actually pretty good. As long as other people aren't downloading while I'm downloading or something. Like, if someone's downloading through Battle.net, it takes as much internet power as possible to download things if you don't change the settings, so it can get brutal, depending on what games people are downloading. Like, I set mine to be lower and it still downloads fast. My dad's computer just, because right now I'm living back with my parents because this pandemic and stuff. But yeah, like when he downloads, it downloads super slow, and it just bogs down the internet for some reason, and it's only him. Like, only him. Anyone else can download stuff, and I don't even feel it. So now what you have to do is you literally just ride this for 10 seconds. So I'm just gonna have a vape break while we do this, because this is fun. There we go. Skill point. Now we unlock the art gallery, which I will show after this level. We can actually probably get the homeworld done and at least one level done. I wasn't expecting to get that much done, but these levels are going by pretty quick. We have Altair. Almost Altaria from Pokemon.
Thanks for the research, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in Crystal. And, neither do I. Who are you again? I'm out of here.
I like the interaction in this one. Also, I love his crystal ball. The transparency and like the colors they chose is just beautiful. And like people said, like I was watching this video on like all the things that they kind of butchered or just did wrong in this game that just made it not feel as good as the original. One of them was Spyro 3 just feeling like it was completely rushed. And they never did release a patch like everyone said they were going to do and make the game better. And yeah, that's the boss, by the way. Also, if I sound like I'm talking funny the last couple days, it's because I have a swollen tongue. Like, I had pizza, but I'm slightly, like, sensitive to tomatoes. So it kind of, like, causes my tongue to swell, and it's really annoying. Anyways, this should be the last 2 gems right here, right? Yep, boom. Level done. Now, what we'll do is we will... Oh, yeah, I gotta press this. I think? Is it the guidebook? Oh, yeah, now you can press the art gallery. So we have the original cover. We have the concept art. We have the more concept art. We have some of the Norks. Some of these guys we haven't seen yet, like the guy in the middle. Well, the first guy, the second guy, and then the bottom left we haven't seen. We haven't seen them yet. We haven't seen them yet. We've seen Toasty. Shemp and Blowhard. We just beat Blowhard. We haven't seen Metalhead yet, or Jacques or Nasty Nork. But yeah, that's what you unlock for half the skill points. Also, something that they removed in this game in these games that also bugs people is the removal of the epilogue. For some reason, for some silly reason, they just decided to remove the epilogue with no actual reasoning why. So there's no like special like post-game cinematics or pictures. Alright, so let's just leave and go to Beastmakers Homeworld. Boom. Now we're cooking. Jesus, some cat just like attacked my door. And no, you're not coming in while I'm recording because you always leave in the middle of a video. And right now I don't have the editing software that I used to have because for some reason a lot of the free software you now have to pay like $60 a month to $120 a year. And that's a lot of money to dish out just to edit videos when you can play a game like this that requires very little editing. Also, you can see the other balloon. Yeah, so Beastmakers is a swamp world. So we're going to have a bunch of swamp themed things. Also, is there a skill point in this actual level? No, it's no electrical floor damage in Terrace Village. And then Metalhead, the boss, perfect. Yeah, and see Dreamweavers, Haunted Towers, Lofty Castles, Jacques, and Nasty Nork. So really, we don't have to worry about anything until we go to the first level, and then not again till the boss. Luckily, none of the skill points are the speedways. And yeah, that'll change in the next game. I don't think there's skill points for the speedways though in Spyro 3. And yes, there are speedways in every Spyro game. At least in the trilogy. Anyways, our first dragon is Bruno. Probably related to Bruno Mars, right? Yeah, this place is actually, you know what? Kind of reminds me of like Louisiana. I wonder if that's where they got the concept behind the swamp. Because swamps everywhere else don't really look like this. Also, in the original game, these would actually go off together. Yeah, see, like that. But they separated the first one really far from the others. Also, these warthogs used to be notorious for being able to catch up to you really quickly. This is my other favorite level in the game, by the way, is Misty Bog. Also, for those who want the achievement / trophy, you gotta flame all these blue mushrooms that are throughout the level. Also, I believe there's only 2 dragons, you find them right away. 2 dragons, 300 gems. Really small homeworld. Like, yeah, sure, less gems, or more gems than the first homeworld, but yeah. Is this the pig? Yeah, this pig on PlayStation 1 would come up so fast, it would literally give you a heart attack. That was probably my first ever jump scare from like a video game or movie, and that was a boar or pig or whatever he is. I think it's a boar from Spyro. I believe there's a... Is it a chest down here? No, I'm thinking of a different spot. But no, this is where a mushroom is. This is also Wild Flight. Probably my least favorite speedway in the entire game, because it's actually quite difficult. The next one isn't as difficult and it's kind of cool. But we have Cletus, typical swamp name. Man, that guy didn't have much dialogue. Yeah. Kind of chinsed out on that poor guy. What time are we at? 18 or 19 minutes-ish, right? We might be able to get one more level done in here. Well, actually, we'll do the speedway. We'll get 2 speedways done in one episode, because why not? Also a chicken. Oh, this is the level here, by the way, the annoying one. It's treetops. Yeah, you're going to have a fun time with that. Yeah, see, these mushrooms also weren't in the original. A lot of the trophies and achievements in the trilogy here don't actually have anything to do with the original game. They kind of added their own little gimmicks. Instead, they could have literally just made it so you get 100% on every level. That's literally what they could have did, and it would have been just as difficult. Now, these guys actually do show up in the first level of this world, too. Also, if you knock an enemy into water, they do splash. You don't have as many like opportunities to do that as you did in the original, because enemies do have like a faster despawn time. Yeah, despawn, right? That's when the body disappears. Yeah, despawn. I'm pretty sure that's right. Also, there's another blue mushroom for those who want the mushrooms. And there's Metalhead. Also, that red gem is like floating. Also, technically, we do have enough stuff to go to the next world. If you complete, I believe, every level 100% as you progress, you're always going to have enough to go to the next world before you even do a level of that world. So, like, technically, we have enough to go to, really, Spyro? The next world, but we won't have enough to go to the next world after that. But if we were to complete every level here and we go to the next world, we'd be able to go to the final world because we'd have enough. See how that works? It's kind of confusing, but I'm pretty sure you all understand. Now, is it really going to be 68? No, not 68. No, yeah, 68. It's going to be 68 gems in this one chest? No, because there's a... Wait, what's he pointing at? Why is he pointing down? Dude. Oh, it's over there. Not entirely sure how you want me to get there, Sparks. You're not very good at pointing us in the right direction. Oh, dear God. Oh, I thought I was gonna die. You can also use his ability while charging, which is stupid. I swear, if it came out of this and we just didn't... Okay. Is it at the very beginning of the level? Oh, no, we're missing 13 gems. It's pointing us at the beginning of the level. That's not 13 gems. He's still pointing this way, though. Oh my God, I completely somehow skipped over all of this. Sheesh. Anyways, let's go do the speedway because we're at 22 minutes. Yeah, I want to kind of keep the videos around 25 minutes. Like, my videos don't have ads. I know YouTube might force some ads upon you guys, but I don't have ads, so it's not something you guys have to worry about from me. We will hopefully eventually get to that point. You guys killed it on the first Spyro episode. No one's viewed the second episode. That's a theme on my channel, though. Is people really watch the first episode of a LP and then never watch it again. I'm almost tempted to make it so, like, my LPs are just one video long, because then maybe everyone would, you know, watch it. Now, this is the level that I always forget the order of how you're technically supposed to kill everybody in. Because it's a really weird level. It's very unorganized, in my opinion. Because, yeah, see, we missed a couple of these Bayou boat boys. I still think this level should have been more of a swamp than it is. Like, it doesn't feel like a swamp. Oh yeah, also the planes are back, because this game isn't as creative as the other Spyro games with their speedways. The next two games are really good with the variety of the speedway, like enemies and obstacles and objectives and stuff. Like, yeah, you do see a lot of rings, but that's really about it. That kind of duplicates itself. Now we have this guy. And we have to find the way out of here. That's where I always lose track of where we're supposed to go. But I think it's this way. Because it's not connected to anything. Yeah. Now, which way is it that the boat guy's... There he is. Now, how close is he to the other one? There he is. 4, 3... And we did it. No problem. I kind of did that poorly, but we still managed to do it. Not as difficult as I remember it. Might have just been like the controls in the first game that made it worse. And with that, we're at 6,100 gems. Not doing too shabby, that's for sure. Now, the rest of this world is actually pretty long level-wise. So, we'll now head to the first level of the game. Or of the game. Yeah, of the game, man. Yeah, Stone Hill, bro. As a kid, I always somehow... Oh, I love that double hit there, bro. Give me this chicken. Anyways, in the next episode, we're going to Terrace Village. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.